What it do, y'all? It's your boy Thrice Majestus. I just wanted to come on and really quick just talk about some things that kind of bother me a little bit. There's a lot of things going around. I mean, it's been going on literally forever, way before I was even a thing, way before my parents, grandparents were even a thing. The validity of astrology. There's mad people. I knew there was people that were like skeptical, yada yada. I fucking used to be one of them. I was like, astrology shit is bullshit. But I didn't know that it was like that deeply hated. What? I did not know it was that deeply hated. Like, it's one thing to be like, oh, that's superstition or whatever. There's people that hate this shit with a passion. And so, real quick, just to touch on them. Honestly, if you think it's bullshit or whatever, just let people think that it's bullshit, and that's it. Don't spend $1 million trying to, or a million minutes, hours, with days, trying to convince people that your point of view is superior because it's quote unquote scientifically more valid than the essence of astrology. Any form or practice of divination or occult practices aren't necessarily going to be super duper rooted in modern scientific ways. There's certain things that can be hardcore proven, and there's certain things that it takes a little bit more elbow grease, and then there's some things that straight up just can't be proven. That being said, there's also some things that can't be disproven either. Now, I know that part's probably going to get some flames in the comments. Like, what? The stars and planets have absolutely no influence on us, you liar. Scam artist. Kick rocks. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Kick rocks. Okay, that's one. Two, it's less of a... The way that I interpret things is that it's less of a definitive thing. It's more of a language. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see kids like codify things. You see hieroglyphics from ancient Egyptians and stuff like that. Both do the same thing, talking in a certain language that is, takes some time to kind of crack the codes. And they both reveal hidden messages. Occult means hidden knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like, or hidden, period. So this shit is kept in the terminologies and stuff like that it is, and described by astrologers, because it's not an everyday thing for reasons like this, because people are going to be like, oh, this is bullshit. Next, I wanted to address things involving us as astrologers, because one of the things that I feel helps, unfortunately, contribute to this mass hatred and stuff is that nobody likes to hear stuff like, oh, you're definitely this, or you definitely that, or you're supposed to be like this. I don't understand. That part is understandable. But for the most part, when you're speaking in definites and things of that nature, and it's not what somebody wants to fucking hear. Nobody wants to hear some shit like, oh, you got Saturn in the 6th house, so you're definitely going to be fucking sick chronically. Your fucking body is going to fail you. Nobody wants to hear that shit. It might be accurate, but nobody wants to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's in the delivery. It's in the delivery. And it also, there's always an exception to every fucking rule. Just like the occult practices, such as astrology. Yes, there's, various things that prove that, that the sun itself doesn't have the same kind of influence that we describe it does in astrology. But that doesn't mean it's always true. You ever play that video game? What's that shit called? Assassin's Creed. What does it say? That fucking oh man, it's escaping me. Nope, it's coming back. Here we go. Ready. Nothing is true. Everything is permitted. This is pretty much like saying that because one thing is able to be interpreted as true, another can also be true from a different interpretation, which then means that none of them shits is true because none of them are absolute, because absolution does not exist. And everything's permitted because we can do whatever the fuck we want. It's consequences, but we can do whatever the fuck we want. Now, I apply that when, delving into this realm of astro goodness, because there's people that have sun, moon, fucking some malefic, Mars, Saturn, Pluto in the 6th house or whatever, and their health, they might have chronic health issues. Pretty much all of those except the sun. They might have chronic health issues. But then they might also fucking, take hold of their destiny, if you want to use that phrase, that term. And then they get mad healthy because of that. There's some people that might take care of their body, that have fucking all this wild shit in the 6th house. The 6th house, if you didn't know, has to deal with health, and I'm super summarizing it: health, physical well-being, acts of service, shit like that, yada yada. I'm not giving a whole thing on it. Boom, 6th house, health. And they may suffer, and they may not, but that's my point. There's some people, there's some astrologers even that they'll see that in a chart and be like, oh, you definitely have this going on in the fucking realm of health and da-da-da. And it might have been true. It might have been true. But to kind of like doom somebody or whatever, that's just not okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of the reasons why people, bro, I don't even read like horoscopes and stuff like that. Not like the newspaper ones. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that they're not accurate or whatever. I just don't want to fucking wake up and read some shit for Scorpio and it says, oh, Scorpio, you're going to get hit by a fucking truck today. Watch out for trucks. Then I'm going to be fucking paranoid and look for fucking trucks. I don't know about all of y'all. I'm going to look for fucking trucks. I'm saying all that super summarized, super parody, not to discredit. I'm a fucking astrologer. I'm not going to discredit astrology. Or people who, give horoscopes, things of that nature, which are the predictive little texts here and there. But, I think that for us in the Astro community, it is, really well to watch the wording. When somebody's a split second that something starts off with, oh, you have insert whatever fuck placement here. This means that you definitely should or will have to deal with this forever. Like, that's what, they might have to deal with that shit forever. But you know what I'm saying? Like, don't deliver that shit like that, because then somebody's gonna be, let me tell you about this quack that just fucking told me I'm gonna deal with fucking all these health problems forever. And then somebody, their friend or whatever, is like, but you do have a lot of health issues. So. And I'm like, yeah, that's not the point. You see what I'm saying? The last thing is pretty much just a circle back to the beginning. Don't yuck our yum. Nobody likes a yum yucker. You know what I'm saying? I have found, if you want me to get astrological, I have found that there's a number of people with like earth sign placements. There's not shitting on the earth sign placements, but it's just in my experience, there's a number of people with earth sign placements who they're not about that life. And because they need credible, tangible like evidence, and or they've never experienced anything that may have been stated in their experience with astrology, or they heard from people that got a reading or something from somebody who used that terminology I was talking about, you definitely, like, from shit like that, and fucked up their day. Now they go say like, oh, astrology's bullshit, yada, yada, yada. Because of that shit spreads, that fucks up the whole shebang-a-bang, you know what I'm saying? And people end up fucking being yum yuckers. And there's also a large group of people that will probably be like, no, we're not yum yucking, blah, blah, blah. This just isn't true. Okay, up yours, bro. The fact of the matter is that a lot of people don't like to use the term faith. I also, for a long ass time, did not like using the term faith, and I still kind of don't. But when I started to see all the correlations between certain things in astrology, my own, other people's, my clients, I just call it as I see it. I see the birth chart. I say this, that, and the third. They verify it, not me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in their fucking lives sprinkling all these shits to fucking happen. The shit fucking happens. So, I don't know, man. I am a magician, but not like trying to trick people like that. It just doesn't sit well with me. If you don't buy into the art and, that's right, I'm going to say it, science of astrology, astrology predates astronomy, just like alchemy predates chemistry. And a lot of people say that both of those are bogus and astronomy and chemistry are the only way. Sure, fine, whatever. Have a nice day. But if you come into, this space of people who are looking for their own interpretations and their own answers to things in their own lives, not your life, you're a part of the problem. Don't yuck our yum. Astrology rules, and it's going to happen whether you vibe with it or not. This is your boy, Major Astrohead, thrice majestus, and I'm signing out. Peace.